Ladies and gentlemen, sometimes you get it, sometimes you got to wait for it, sometimes you don't. But I got it today. We got the Chaminade RedDevils coaching staff out here for Wales certified. And here we go with the big cat, Mike Gervain, head coach, and the goalkeeping coach, Joe Morgan, a.k.a. JoMo.
Thanks for having us, Wales.
Oh,
Thanks again.
man.
Always a pleasure to talk to you.
We go to.
Wales.
Yes, thank you, thank you. We go top shelf when we talk to you guys. I, put extra good batteries in and make sure everything's okay. So,
Well, we don't know about that, but we're glad to be here.
yeah. Well, the story
Well,
goes.
you got royalty today. You got royalty. Who's that guy with JoMo? Who is that guy?
Yeah, that's the big cat. Oh, that must have been my agent. My agent.
That was your agent.
Yeah.
That was your agent. And before we go any further, we are on my last vacation down at Bull Shoals Lake down here in Lakeview, Arkansas, with some real royalty. Wales. There's some other people here with us this weekend. One being Mr. Thomas Howe, Mr. Danny Hilson, former Chaminade Red Devil, UMKC Hall of Famer, Kangaroo.
Nice.
We've got Dan the Dipper King as well. Imagine that, right? Imagine this crew.
Oh, man.
Along with Mr. Mike Ock of Avila and Vianney fame. And then a young gentleman named Kurt Schuchart from DeBerg and the McKendree Bearcats. And then we also have Larry Ross, a former Lindbergh state champion hockey player. So we've got a little bit of everything down here.
Oh, absolutely.
For the last 4 days.
Oh.
And we had another Aquinas guy who got down here for about 36 hours, Scotty Huber, who played at Aquinas for Coach Drake back in the day. He had to head out a little early, but over 20 years of this soccer symposium down here in Lakeview.
Exactly.
And, hopefully we can do it another 20.
I think this is year 25, isn't it, Coach?
Right around, I think it is 25.
Wow. I mean, to tell you, I always say that, going to JJTwiggs is where all the soccer people meet. But my gosh, I'd like to be a fly on the wall with that soccer symposium you got.
Well, there's only, the Lakeview Bull Show Soccer Symposium. The only time you can talk soccer while you're here is when we are actually all out on the lake. It's the only time we allow soccer to be talked about. And boy, let me tell you, do we talk about it. It's been quite the 4 days, and unfortunately today's the last day. We're wrapping it up tonight, and everybody will be heading their separate ways tomorrow morning.
Yeah. Well, congratulations on your friendships. It's really a testament to the game of soccer, I guarantee,
It's a lot of guys who put a lot of time and effort into the game, first as players, some went on to the professional ranks, some went on to coaches like most of us right now, and we're still doing it, and we're still getting together with everybody, and we just hope that we can continue to do it for as long as the guy upstairs will let us. So it's all good.
Right on. I was a parking lot, whatever they call those guys, with JoMo with the city for the last couple years. We, put up our tents and the lawn chairs and the food and this and that. It was quite something to watching all the soccer people going with their kids and relatives.
We had some good tailgates, didn't we, Wales?
Yeah, that's what it was. Tailgate. Yeah, they were fantastic, and it was, we were at that age that we needed the Johnny on the spot, and we were just we were very fortunate to be able to pitch in on that, man. That was
Yeah, yeah.
you
We
know
got one ordered. Yeah.
yeah. So I have. Is there an announcement that can be made that if anybody goes out to Chaminade High School to watch a match, that they're going to see some new landscaping?
Well, we are, but it's just not going to be this fall as of yet. It sounds like we're going to break ground as soon as the season ends, and same facility, same field, same area. Just going to do a lot of upgrading to what we already have. So
Yeah.
we're pretty excited about it. We'll know a little bit more here in the next month or so, but hopefully we'll get some heavy moving equipment up there after our season ends and get started on this thing. So the fall of 2027 is a real possibility for not just one or two upgrades, but many, and make it. It's nice now, we feel like, but make it extremely nicer or extremely nice, and hopefully we can get that done after our season concludes here this November.
And hopefully they'll break ground as soon as as soon as the season's over, Wales.
Nice, nice.
Yeah.
So the story goes is that it leads into magnificence, where a person who wants to feel, to experience the premier high school soccer place, venue, to go to Chaminade this season, to look it out, feel it, and then come back the following year and wow. Because
that's what we're hoping. That's what we're hoping for. You
Yeah.
know, we've got a pretty good home schedule again this year, and hopefully people can get out. We open our season with St. Louis U High like we have for about the past 7 or 8 years now, maybe even longer. And we'll open our season on the last Saturday in August, the 24th. I think it's the 24th, Wales. But we open up with St. Louis U, and then we've got a couple teams from out of town coming in.
29th.
Peoria, Notre Dame. August 29th is our first game. It's at home. The opening game for us against St. Louis U High. And if people can come out and see that game, that should be not only an entertaining game, but a great environment and atmosphere for everybody that shows up. It always is for our Saturday games. And it's a special place. It's been a special place for almost 40 years for me now. And
Nice.
I can't wait to get this season going and
Right.
started off with hopefully a really well played game with St. Louis U High.
Well, pulling in it starts there on Lindbergh there, man. To get up and drive up and go around and see the school and go around the back, it's quite a wow. It's a wow factor going up. And then you park and then you walk up to the gate and there's an old shack, but it's not an old shack. There's goodies inside there, man. And you got one of the best concession stands in the business. I mean, City Park could Enterprise, they could learn from you there, man. And then every once in a while you got some clothing sales going on, and then you walk in and you see the grass like it used to be, and it still is at Chaminade. It's magnificent grass, and you all, it's about love because you all take care of it, and it's.
Hey, Wales, let me interrupt for 1 second. The field right now is in the best shape that it's ever been in at this point in the season. Right now, it's immaculate. When you see it, you're really going to be impressed. It's in the best shape it's ever been in.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow, man.
And I'm not just saying. I mean,
I know.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, we're pretty
that's
proud of it, and we have been over the years. But this year the weather's been a little more conducive for our field, and the Bermuda's gone crazy, and we've had the heat, we've had the water, and the surface. The people that take care of it for us have done a great job. Steve Endress and his crew, and we're just looking forward to get started at the end of August, and hopefully have a real good season. And we really want to make our opponents enjoy our surface, enjoy our atmosphere, enjoy our environment. I know I keep going back to that, but there's nothing like playing a high-level high school game on a grass field, and we think we provide that.
Oh, absolutely, without a doubt. It's Wales certified to the Hall of Affinity. But it doesn't stop there, man. You look up and then you see across, got that little incline of a hill with the two coaching what they sheds with the players.
Yeah, our benches. Our benches are for the people that haven't been out at school. They sit up on the hill, on the north side of the field, and it's a great vantage point for us, not only as coaches and players to see everything, but a lot of, like you said earlier, a lot of royalty comes over there to sit and watch games and bring their lawn chairs, or they grab a chair from our bench, and I expect it to be pretty full side of the field when we play on that 29th against SLU. But all for all the years, the college coaches, not only locally, nationally, the people that come out to watch our games versus St. Louis U High and CBC and whoever else, and it's always nice to see those people show up, and it's a great vantage point sitting over there on that hillside and watching 80 minutes of hopefully good soccer.
When I mentioned that your restaurant, JJTwiggs, out there on Darty Ferry Road in Big Bend, that's where the soccer people meet to talk. That's where the soccer royalty sit up there on the terrace at the Chaminade. And then right next to them is your student body, all the Red Devils. Oh man, they hooping and howl, waving the flags, doing the chants, and you try to bring your own spirit club, and try to match them, but the intensity is pure St. Louis soccer, and they do it up well. Please pass on the Wales certified pep stuff.
Yeah, I think there's a little bit of an old school feel to what we've created out at school. Most people can remember the Rosary Aquinas days at Cope Park. You can remember Vianney Oakville, whether it was at Vianney or Oakville, that was always a huge rival. Our St. Mary's de Burgh game at Heine Miney. The environment down there on a Friday or Saturday night.
Man.
So it's a little bit old school, and the old school hopefully might disappear, and we might move into some new digs starting for the season of 2027.
Nice. Well, that brings us to that point of what are you bringing? How did your summer work out with the Red Devils before you hit the lake?
Good. We had a little camp before we left to come down here with all the guys who were going to, try out. And we kicked a couple, 3 weeks or so earlier in the summer on Mondays and Wednesdays. And I think, we had a pretty good team last year. I thought we were pretty talented in a lot of areas, and I think we'll have that opportunity again this year as well. And every year you hope that the younger guys take a step forward, when they're seniors or juniors or sophomores now this year, and I expect them all to. And looking at the roster, I think we're all pretty excited about the season here in the next couple of weeks.
I keep forgetting the other assistant coach, the Italian class and style.
Tim Sartori.
Yes.
Yeah, Timmy played at Chaminade. He played for us back in the mid 90s, and then went on and played at St. Louis U High. And he is our head of our guidance department. I'm sorry, Timmy played St. Louis University, played Chaminade, then played at St. Louis University for Danny Donegan, and then he came back to Chaminade to teach, and he's the head of our guidance department now, and he's been one of my assistants since he came back, and brings not only his take on the game, but what he does for these kids at school, not just our kids, not just the soccer kids, the whole school is over the top. And a lot of people ask me about people out at school, and if Timmy's not one of the most important, or is not the most important school guy out at Chaminade, I don't know who is, and what he brings to the school is just totally invaluable.
And for full disclosure, you all have a boarding school there for junior high, do you not?
We got a new dorm last year. We have a lot of international, about 65 or 70 international students every year. Some stay for 4 years, some stay for 1, 2, 3, some middle schoolers, international students, a few local kids sometimes, a few kids nationally from throughout the United States, but mostly international students, Wales. And
okay.
we just built a new dorm for those guys, and I'm hoping that maybe we can find a kid or two out of the dorm this year to be part of our mix.
Yeah, and don't forget, folks, to go around to see the football stadium and the baseball stadium. You guys don't take a back seat to nobody, nowhere, no how.
No, I think people see the front of school and they think that's it, but we sit on 55 acres out at school, and new baseball stadium. Well, it's not new anymore. It's about 7 or 8 years old, but it's a phenomenal facility. The football field is it's an artificial surface. We've got great bleachers down there as well, and a nice track, and we've got practice field for soccer, Bermuda down at the very bottom of the facility, and there's a lot back there, that's for sure. Behind 425 South Lindbergh that people don't see unless they drive back and around and take a walk around school and see what we all have to offer.
Well, if anybody tried to come out to film the Red Devils in practice, they definitely would get caught trying to go around back there.
Yeah.
Oh, no one would do that, Wales, would they?
I don't know who would want to watch us practice. Heck, I don't even know who would want to watch us play, but hopefully people would want to come out and watch a game or two. And like I keep saying, we open up the season with Bobby O's SLU guys on the 29th, and it's our first big family picnic day as well. So
wow.
I think school's going to be hopping on Saturday, August 29th.
Oh man, that's the place to be, ladies and gentlemen, guarantee. So you have the tryouts. You've been there. People know there's nothing new. It's all right there, fresh. You got to bring it, and you all don't have any stuff to hold anybody back. You applaud them and encourage them to be at their best at that time. And hey, this is, you could be better the next day. Keep going. Don't stop. Get that.
We've had a pretty good summer, and we're going to have some tough decisions to make with younger kids as well as older kids, who's going to make our roster, whatever that number ends up being. But we've got an idea who our players are in the school. We'll always have a few surprises that we don't know, that couldn't make it to camp or couldn't make it to our scrimmages earlier in the summer. And we invite anybody in the whole school is welcome to come out and try out with us, and then we try to place them, and we'll have a lot of happy young men, and we'll have some disappointed guys as well. And that's part of playing high school sports, and
right.
And we've had a lot of success over the years, and we're looking forward to another season. We'll have some young kids, I'm sure, some sophomores on the team, as well as our juniors and seniors, and who knows, maybe a freshman or two might step up and make us take a real hard look at them as well.
Well, I can tell you for the last dozen years, when you play the Red Devils, you better be prepared for the next play because there's no quit in your boys. It's really something how you are able to do that. It's never over until the final whistle blows.
Well, we try to instill that in them, Wales. That never say die, kind of keep fighting attitude all the way to the end, all the way to the last whistle. You know, that's part of our part of the way we practice. That's all the way we practice is all out and carry that over. Once the whistle blows to start the game, it's all out for 80 minutes and the kids know that, and that's the way we want them to play, and that's the way they play.
There you go. So, Jumbo, Jumbo,
JoMo.
JoMo, JoMo. How about the goalkeeping, man? You got some new techniques and methodologies that you're going to press upon.
Well, yeah, always going to school for new stuff, Wales. Always, you know how goalkeeping goes. There's always new theories. There's always new ways of doing things. So, yeah, I'm always on the internet. I'm always on YouTube looking at stuff and see what other guys are doing. There's a guy in town named Tomas Gomez. It's really good that my grandson trains with, and a lot of people train with. He's an individual trainer. I've been doing a lot of his stuff, and just keeping up with the times.
Nice, man. And do you have anybody that you would like to give a little shout out for a preview, or you want to wait until the opening at SLU?
Yeah, we'll wait.
Okay.
We'll wait on that.
Well, I tell you, every season, no matter if it's the past guy or a new guy, they always have the simple stuff. You don't get easy goals off of them at all, and they help contribute into the first line of offense.
Right.
You be able to do that. So
distribution is key.
Yeah, and the field demands that. The field that you all play on is so wide and open that you can just loft it into a space, and it just hits that grass, and it doesn't bounce crazy. It's just boom, 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 and it right onto a running Red Devil. It's really you won a lot of games on breakaways over the years.
Yeah.
So here we go. If you got 10 more minutes, I know you guys have to get back to that water, but the story goes is that what is it that this season is with the Champions League? You're in a group pool play is with the Parkway West, Kirkwood, and Summit, where you're going and you coach Big Cat at Summit for the girls, so that's going to be an interesting with Tommy Wade.
Yeah. I know all those guys that play for the boys at Summit naturally, and I know they lost a lot of guys last year, but Tom's got a good group of young players. Got to see at camp this summer. The boys and the girls were, the same days with their camp, and got to see those guys play a little bit. And those kids, you talk about never quit. Holy cow! The Summit kids and boys or girls, we try to play the same way we teach our guys at school, and don't give up, play hard, play fair, go out there and give us what you got. And I'll tell you, the Summit boys and girls always do that. And Parkway West, we haven't played in a couple of years. We had them on the schedule for a while, and then we had to move some things around, but we've got them back now this year on the Champions League date, and Kirkwood, we played Kirkwood probably, I guess maybe the last 10 or 12 years, and it just so happened we drew them Champions League, so we're looking forward to 3 very competitive games, and you know what, I think any 4 of us could come out of our side of the group, and you're gonna have to play well to get out, and we're hoping we do that.
Yeah, it's really something. So you have all that. Do you have any new unis that the Red Devils are going to bring out?
Yeah, we got a couple this year. We got new red and a new white, and I think they kind of got tired of wearing our 2001 to 2006 jerseys. So we thought it was time we got a couple new ones, and we'll break out a new red and new white. And the kids haven't seen them yet. I've got them. I got them last 6 months ago or so, and they'll be excited when they see them. And you know, kids like the new gear, Wales.
Oh,
no
man.
matter what it is, man.
Yeah.
And just so happens that we got a couple of new jerseys going into this season.
And do they have to go to a special gear to get those long shorts? You all have usually 1 or 2 that they have the longer shorts than everybody.
Well, those those are going back a ways. You know, I'm a guy that doesn't like to throw away uniforms or throw away anything. You know, so for a few games every year, though, we still bring out the old school, and they're a little bit bigger, they're a little bit baggier, shorts and shirts, but for a game or 2, the kids love wearing them, and we try to break them out and try to let the alums know that we're going to wear them, and a lot of those guys can't believe that I still have them from 20, 25 years ago.
Oh, yeah. Freshly washed. All the stains are removed and everything.
Stains are removed, and the mothers that do our laundry for me and for us, for the team, they do a great job every year.
Yes, they
washing
do.
The uniforms after we finish the game and getting them back to me in good shape. And you know, it's like anything though. You take care of something, maybe it might last a little longer.
Ba-lum-bum. Well,
But you tell them, Wales, you know, well, Brad Davis wore this jersey, and they perk up a little bit. So, you know.
Yeah, man. That's right. There ain't no kidding. What do you always said, Big Cat, what Brad wants or Brad thinks? There was what Brad does. I don't know. But anyway.
Brad did a lot. You know, Brad was one of the best high school players that I'd ever seen, and we were fortunate that he came to Chaminade and had a great 4 years. We never won a state championship with that crew, but we were close a couple years, and Brad led by not only example on the field, but he was a good guy off the field, and just a worker, and we were lucky to have a special player like that come through our doors, you know, back in the late 90s. And he really helped keep our program. Program was just getting rolling around that point in time. And Brad and Danny Hilson was on that team as well, and Kevin Thibodeau, and a bunch of guys that went on to great things collegiately, and Brad professionally. And it was a great time back in those years.
You know, that's the whole thing. Is just that talent is just not enough. Sometimes you got to have that luck, man.
Yeah, those guys love the game, you know, and I think that most of the kids, you know, they like to play. They even might tell you they love to play. But I think a big thing that separates a lot of these guys, boys, girls, is, you know, back then and even now, the ones that are separated. Man, it's in their blood. It's in their heart, you know, and they're living, breathing, talking, playing soccer. I'm not going to say 24/7, but they're doing it, playing it, watching it all the time. Whenever there's an opportunity to kick, they want to kick. And I think that's what separates a lot of our players. You know, we got a lot of great players, a lot of good players, but what separates some of these girls and boys is they go out on their own and just play. You know, and they don't need me to tell them. They don't need their club coach to tell them. They get a bag of balls and they just go play and play and play. And I think that's a little bit what's missing. You know, people think that 3 days a week is enough or whatever, and it might be for some, but the special ones, man, they're doing nothing. I'm not going to say nothing, but they're always playing and always watching and doing something with the game.
Magnificent. Well, from Wales Certified, good luck with the MCC, your high school champions league pool and beyond, and the your district and so forth, and on to that state championship, man. So, if you two have the closing thoughts and so forth, whichever who wants to go forever, whatever you want to say, for as long as you want to say it for, to whoever you ever want to say it to.
Well, I'll start, Wales. I just looking forward to the season, another season, and up, you know, as we talked about earlier, up on the hill, there might be a Pete Calico sighting or a Tommy Howe sighting or a Lou English sighting. You know, all kinds of celebrities up on the hill, and we talked about that. It's a great atmosphere at our place, and you know, we really treasure that, and we hope. Well, we know people love to come to our place, and because it's a special place. So, looking forward to the season, and here we go.
Yeah, buddy. Go Red Devils.
Yeah, let's hope so. Hopefully we have another good season, and looking forward to it. August 10th, you know, for the boys, and it's a week from Monday, and start playing games a few weeks later, and hopefully the weather cooperates and everybody has a good, healthy season, and hopefully people can come out and watch some exciting games all over the city.
Right. And it's kind of like if you're not at JJTwiggs, it's like, why not? Why?
Yeah, why not?
Yeah.
Why not? Well, you know, for the people that haven't been down to see me at Twiggs down at 2964 Doherty Ferry, this December, Wales, this December, we will be 20 years old. And
Wow.
So we're looking forward to our 20th anniversary coming up here. And that's hard to believe, as well as the years I've been out at Chaminade and now 20 years in the restaurant business. And hopefully we can have a few more on both ends. So we're looking forward to it. And come down and see me, get a pizza, watch a soccer game or Cardinals or Blues or whatever, and come down and say hi.
Oh, man. And maybe, just maybe, I can get the technology to be able to pipe in Wales certified episodes over the speaker system.
Well, you know, you might know somebody, so I'll see what I can do for you.
The best to the best, and for the best that you do around town. There's nobody like the Chaminade Red Devils school staff team at venue than out there at Chaminade, probably in the nation. I haven't been everywhere, but everywhere I've been.
Yeah, it's fun, Wales. We've been lucky
Yeah.
to be in a good place like we have for so long. Me and Coach and Morgan and Timmy Sartori, and it's been awesome, you know, for all these years. And hopefully the kids enjoy playing for us and going to school at Chaminade. Number one, being a good student, and two, being a good student athlete. And it's a really nice place, and we've been very, very fortunate to be there as long as we have.
Well, if you see a guy walking around with a Wales certified shirt, it possibly could be the Wales.
Well, you're always welcome, and I would expect nothing less than to see you on August 29th for a noon start time for our first game of the year.
Oh.
And I know Coach O'Connell will be happy to see you, as well as everybody else that's sitting up on that hill. And I'll have a chair waiting for you.
Oh, man, I got goosebumps. All right, I can't wait.
See you up on the hill, Wales.
All right, I'm in training. So long to you
All right,
guys
brother.
down on the lake.
Thank you.
Give my regards.
All right, buddy.